Hi, this is Mato. In this video I will show you a game between Alexander Alekhine and Akiba Rubinstein. This game was played in Netherlands in 1921. Alexander Alekhine had white pieces and he started with d4. Akiba Rubinstein played d5, knight to f3, e6, c4, queen's gambit, and now a6, intending b5 after pawn takes pawn was played. c5, knight to c6, bishop to f4, knight on g to e7, knight to c3, knight to g6, attacking the bishop. What is the best square for the bishop? What would you do? I guess most people would play bishop to g3. Do you agree? Would you play bishop to e3? I tell my students not to play moves like bishop to e3, blocking the pawn. However, Alekhine played bishop to e3. Interesting, isn't it? There was no way that Rubinstein could have prepared for this opening. Very original opening. b6, c takes on b6, c takes on b6. Why to move? How would you continue now? I guess very logical continuation is g3, bishop to g2, and castling kingside. Do you agree? Alekhine played h4. Is this a surprise or not? Well, Alekhine likes pushing his h-pawn, so it is a kind of a surprise. Bishop to d6, h5, knight on g to e7, h6. Black to move, g6. If g takes on h6, bishop takes on h6, and white is better. So we have g6. Bishop to g5, pinning the knight. Akiba Rubinstein, castle kingside. Bishop to f6. This position was never seen before, nor after this game. b5. Black is logically trying to create some counterplay on the queen side. e3. Bishop to d7, bishop to d3, rook to c8, fighting for the open file. a4, b4, knight to e2, queen to b6. White to move. Alekhine came up with some very interesting plan. Let's see what the plan is. And it's hard to guess next move though. Knight to c1, intending knight to b3. Rook to c7, knight to b3, intending a5. Rubinstein played knight to a5. White to move. What would you do in this position if you had white pieces? Alekhine threw his knight in the fire. Well, Rubinstein considered capturing the knight and decided to play knight to c4. What happens if bishop takes on c5? Then d takes on c5, the queen takes on c5, bishop to d4, queen to c6, knight to e5, queen to d6, knight to g4, and white is better, much better. That is why we have knight to c4, bishop takes knight, pawn takes bishop, knight to e5, threatening to capture the bishop. e7, bishop takes knight. White to move. What would you do? Would you capture the knight on e7 or bishop on e5? Alekhine captured the knight. Well, bishop takes bishop is also a good move. You have bishop takes knight attacking the rook. Rook to e8 comes to mind. Do you agree? Akiba Rubinstein decided to give up the exchange to secure his king. So we have bishop to d6. If rook goes to e8, d takes on e5, rook takes bishop, knight to e4, and white is standing much better. white knight is much better piece than black bishop. So we have bishop to d6, like I said, giving up the exchange. Bishop takes rook, bishop takes bishop, and at least black king is safe now. Knight takes on d7, rook takes knight. a5, preventing black from playing a5. Queen to c6, threatening queen takes pawn on g2. Queen to f3, rook to d5, rook to c1. Queen to c7, attacking the pawn on a5. Queen to e2, c3. Well, if queen takes on a5, queen takes on c4. So we have c3, and black is creating a pass pawn. B takes on c3, b takes on c3, queen takes on a6, rook takes on a5, queen to d3, intending to win the pawn on c3. Black to move. What is the best move for black in this position? Well, it looks like that rook to a3 is a logical move. Do you agree? Akiba Rubinstein played bishop to a3, attacking the rook. What would you do now if you had white pieces? Would you capture on c3 with rook? Alekhine played rook to c2. If queen takes on c3, then bishop to b4, and after queen takes bishop, queen takes rook check, king to e2, queen to c2, and black is better. And if rook takes on c3, it's even worse. Then bishop to b4 is pinning and winning. He played the best move, rook to c2, bishop to b2, defending his pass pawn, king to e2, queen to c6, attacking the pawn on g2, f3, f5, rook to b1, threatening rook takes bishop, queen to d6, queen to c4, king to f7, queen to c8, black to move. If black plays something like rook to a2, queen to h8, and white is winning. So Akiba Rubinstein decided to exchange queens and to go into the endgame. Queen to a6, check, forcing queen exchanges. Queen takes queen, rook takes queen, endgame. Black is hoping to make some use of his passed pawn. e4. Alekhine is intending to create a pass pawn on his own. g5, king to d3, king to g6, d5, f takes on e4, f takes on e4, e takes on d5, e takes on d5, and white has a pass pawn too now. Rook to a4, preventing white king from going up the board. Rook to d1, intending to support his pass pawn. King takes pawn on h6, d6. White pass pawn is by far more dangerous than black pass pawn. King to h5, d7, rook to a8, king to e4, rook to d8, king to f5, king to h4. White to move. What would you do? Can you guess Alekhine's next move? Did you find king to e6, king to e7? Well, let's have a look what happens if king to e6. This is not what Alekhine played. King to g3, king to e7, rook to a8. Pawn is pushed, promoted to queen. Rook takes, queen, king takes rook. This is also winning. But the game would last much longer. Alekhine was hungry. He wanted to finish the game and have a lunch. So, in this position, he played rook to h1 check, king to g3, white to move, and to checkmate in 1. The move is rook to h3, check, mate. What a brilliant game between two chess giants. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess and bye for now.